The 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
The NBA season is in high gear, and we are so glad to have you here with us on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Our game tonight featuring the Portland Trailblazers as they go up against the Golden State Warriors at Oracle Arena. And for Golden State, the game tonight marks their second of 4 meetings they will play this season, and they come into this one feeling pretty good after winning the last time they met. And Shaq, we're coming up to the halfway point of the season. Some teams finally getting into a groove after a somewhat shaky start.
Yeah, every year is different. Sometimes it takes a little longer to figure out. But what's most important is you get hot at the right time.
Oh, that's right. I agree with that. And you have to have a lot of experience on your team. And those guys know how to pace themselves. And you can just kind of relax. Quality veterans won't allow the season to be a sprint. It's a marathon.
Tip-off coming up shortly. It's time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Traffic making its way across the Bay Bridge between San Francisco and our broadcast location tonight, Oakland, California. Everyone's in their seats here at the Oracle Arena as the Golden State Warriors look to grab a win in front of the home crowd here. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. And of course, Alan Crabb. Since he's out of the picture, the team will have to fill his shoes.
And it's a trade that it caught me a little off guard, I have to be honest, Kevin. He played such a big part for this team, and really the last guy I expected to see them move.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, Kevin Durant is back after missing most of 2015 after requiring a third surgery to repair a bone in his foot. He said it was the first time I had to face something being snatched away from me that I loved so much. I just tried to stay positive and feel that if I put the same work ethic in, then things will turn out all right for me. Kevin?
Great to have him healthy and back out on the floor, DA. Thank you. Steve, when you reach this midway point of the season, are teams looking forward to the All-Star break as a chance to get some rest?
I think so, Kevin. But there are some teams that are steamrolling right into the All-Star break. They're playing well. You want to keep playing, but I think every team needs some rest. And what I love now is there's longer breaks in the All-Star break, giving the guys a few more extra days.
And Portland starts out with the ball. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for the Trailblazers, Damian Lillard out there with Turner. Then there's Mo Harkless. Then there's Al-Farouq Aminu. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. Durant with the steal. And there's the foul. It goes on Evan Turner. That's his first foul.
And that's a quick foul for him there. It looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
On defense, the Trailblazers, fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Team chemistry goes a long way in terms of overall team success, and this group exudes that every game.
Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And the defense out of position on that possession, which allowed for him to get that offensive board.
Well said. Yes, he did. You're right, Greg. That's a tremendous jam on the putback.
You know what? When you don't box him out, he will burn you for it. He threw that putback down with the authority.
And Aminu kicks to Harkless. Durant with the steal. Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
Draymond's so good at just putting his head down and charging his way inside. The defense wanting no part of his big body there.
And Lillard kicks to Turner. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Here's Lillard. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And Damian Lillard, the leader of this Blazers team, you know, and I really feel like he's got the right disposition for it. You know, you speak of the great composure. You know, you never see him too high or too low. And for me, his work ethic speaks for itself. The other thing I love about this guy is he always plays with that proverbial chip on his shoulder.
No good on that one. And with Lillard, in addition to being that stabilizing force, Greg, and playing the game with such great confidence, he also has that certain underdog mentality, doesn't he?
Kevin, he may have the biggest chip on his shoulder of any player in the NBA. Lightly recruited out of high school, went to a small college, and he's embraced that outsider role, if you will.
The Warriors has had some turnovers in their coaching staff, and Steve Kerr, give him a lot of credit. 2 guys in the first 2 years leave to get head coaching jobs.
Now here's Turner following the miss by Draymond Green. And there's Lillard on the assist by Turner.
Offense comes so easy for him. I love watching him dominate at that end.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Pass to Green. He feeds it to Curry. Picked by Pachulia. Curry gets the bucket. Curry's got his second basket of the night. And one thing that makes Steve Kerr unique, he really does empower his assistant coaches.
Yes, watching him on the sideline, you can see he lets his assistants have a role on his team. Look what happened last year. Luke Walton in the first 43 games of the season, he was fantastic, and Steve Kerr stayed out of the way.
Here's Thompson. Lets the 3 fly. Curry can't get it to go. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
He's always one step ahead of the game. Passes like that show off his court vision.
The dish to Pachulia. Thompson outside. Up top, Curry, covered by Lillard. That one falls. And it's 6 points for Steph Curry.
Having a good, efficient start to this game offensively. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Portland trailing here. And Lillard kicks to Harkless. Right wing, screened by Nurkic. Aminu against Green. Shoots from 12. Aminu misses. Warriors have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Second shot opportunity. It's tipped. Lillard outside to the middle. It's stolen by Green. Feeds it to Durant. That doesn't go either for Durant.
Really bad mental lapse by the defense, yet he did not make them pay, surprisingly.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. And the Blazers last season losing 4 of their 5 starters to trades or free agency. You might have expected them, Greg, to drop in the depths of the standings, but they stayed remarkably competitive.
And credit goes to everybody. The players rose to the challenge and showed a hunger to prove themselves. The front office went out and acquired young pieces that fit. And Coach Stotts put them in a position to be successful.
Two free throws for Aminu. And the Warriors certainly a dominant team, but I think what captivates the fans, Steve, just as much as their style of play, ball movement, up-tempo, shots from all over the floor. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. The best shooting backcourt in league history with Curry and Thompson. Like you said, it's the playmaking and intelligence of the players around them that enable them to take full advantage and pick teams apart.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. And the Warriors with possession here. Portland making their last shot. Curry passes to Thompson. Picked by Pachulia. Just 5 on the clock. But they get it back. Back to Curry. Launches a 3. They shoot again, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws of this game.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
You know, you talk about coaching trees. Steve Kerr in his first 2 years already has had 2 assistants grab 2 head coaching jobs, and him himself, he coached under the best in the business.
And Pachulia drops them both. With the Kerr coaching tree, you're also talking about some big names like Alvin Gentry and Luke Walton. They're assistants that have moved to head coaching roles after their stint with Kerr.
Just fantastic for Steve Kerr to understand is if we keep winning, you're going to keep losing assistants. But you know what? They're winning, and that's the nature of the business.
And finished off by Nurkic.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now here's Curry. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against New York.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates.
Sensational work by Thompson to drive it aggressively to the hole.
Trailblazers have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Lillard dishes to Turner. He kicks it to Nurkic. A leaner. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Clearly a foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
First free throw is good. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
And for the Blazers, you know, offensively, you've got Lillard and McCollum spacing the floor. You put them on opposite sides, and when you swing the ball, either can carve up the defensive rotation.
It has not been an easy quarter for him offensively, but I like that he's staying aggressive.
And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for the Warriors.
And the long-range game, a staple for them offensively. It's clear they embrace the value of that extra point, and spacing the floor, something they look to do every time they're on the court.
Warriors on D, trailing by 2, and there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
To the paint, there's a good screen. Pachulia with the steal.
Yeah, tough entry pass. You want to kick the ball down low, but you have to be crafty about how you do it.
Nurkic kicks to Lillard. It's rebounded by Golden State. Pachulia's got 4 rebounds in this game. Curry can't get it to go. Curry's got 3 of his 9 shots to fall. Here's Lillard. Nails the 16-footer. Lillard's got 5 now. And the Warriors decide to take their first timeout here. When you talk about ball movement and player movement offensively without moving the ball, one of those underrated qualities, Smitty, which players do you think are the best in the league at cutting off the ball and moving that way?
You know, Jimmy Butler's very good. Klay Thompson is a guy that can move well without the basketball. Gary Harris from Michigan State, guys that can score without having it in their hands, which is a treat. You have J.J. Redick, who moves well without the basketball. Doesn't cut as much, but move without the basketball is one of the best.
You know, I always think of Jordan, and you played against Michael, of course. I always saw him as a guy that would pass when he did, but then he would cut him. He would immediately bang right off that player and set up someplace else. Some guys pass, they linger.
Yes.
And they're not, but Jordan, and he would explode after he would pass and try to take advantage of that movement.
Guy comes to mind, Kevin, Manu Ginobili. He's like he's passing and running in the same motion.
What a quality.
Yes.
Huh? So deceptive. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. Thompson for three. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Sometimes before Thompson even catches the pass, he knows he's firing.
Now Harkless. He had 10 points in the win against Denver. The feed to Turner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes up from the top of the key. Warriors with the rebound. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Guys, it was like there was a lid on the basket in that game. No matter how many plays you make at the defensive end, hard to overcome such a lack of production offensively.
Not something we see too often. Just one of those days for them, I guess.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Livingston kicks it to West. Back to Livingston. Golden State moving it around. Picked by West. McGee's shot is off.
See, when you're going into the teeth of the defense, you have to go harder. Soft lay-in won't cut it.
Iguodala with the steal. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Iguodala's running. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. Iguodala's got his first 2 points of the night.
Whenever Andre gets loose on the break, you have to reward him. Great job running the floor, one of the best in the business.
Nurkic the pass to Lillard. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Here now the league's highest scoring teams the past 10 games. What a stretch it has been for these guys. In third, the Warriors.
Yeah, what an impressive run for this club. Everybody seems to be in a rhythm in terms of scoring, and they are putting up some big numbers.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Damian Lillard.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
They set the pick. And Young now, top of the key. Good on the shot. And the Warriors lead by 1.
Iggy just keeping his head up on his swivel all the time.
The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Lillard outside. Out to Turner. Young with the steal. Puts it up from 17. Here's McGee, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And with a moment, let's look at the stats for Harkless. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's putting up 6 points a night, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
That's good from McGee. He's off on the second. Well, Steve, you won a sportsmanship award that is revered by so many in the NBA, and always a pretty significantly even-keeled disposition, always first class with the media, one of the best guys always in the league to talk to. We see other players like Kevin Garnett, Russell Westbrook, a little bit more fiery. What are the advantages to either approach?
It is. I mean, it's just preference. I was a guy who was kind of fiery, like a lot of talkative, but I think also just like those guys, we get a chance to know more about them off the court. They are good guys. You have different depositions on the floor than off. And I like Kevin Garnett and Russell Westbrook, totally different off the court.
Well, I know Garnett. He is as good a guy as there is.
He is. He's first class. Now on the court,
tough competitor.
He'll go at you.
He will.
Just like Russell.
Yes. And so he's able to get one of two.
You talk about this backcourt of the Splash Brothers. Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. I mean, they could go down as the greatest shooting backcourt in history.
Now, here's Lillard. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Denver.
And he wreaked havoc on defense with 4 steals for the game.
And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
They are showing a lot of grit and grind, doing a nice job, both teams going back and forth at each other.
The shot's good from McGee. You talk about the other great backcourts in league history. I think of Clyde Frazier and Earl the Pearl, certainly, Earl Monroe. But they weren't together, Steve, that long.
Those two were fabulous. Some more to come to mind to me is Joe Newmars and Isaiah Thomas, Gail Goodrich and Jerry West, and obviously the Splash Brothers.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Take a look at the Warriors. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And checking out Portland, 5.5 games behind.
And for the Trailblazers, this season has been, it's been solid. But they just need to maintain their place in the standings and get 100% prepared here for the postseason.
I don't think they played their best basketball, so if things do come together for them before the end of the regular season, look out.
The free throw drops for Leonard. He's off on the second.
He is definitely disappointed. He couldn't put his team up in front, but at least he knotted this one up.
And the slam dunk by McGee.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Here's Napier. 11 points last game. Here's Layman. Here's Connaughton. Portland, no good that time either. The Warriors have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Young. And so Young nails them both. Trailblazers trail by 4. 1:37 left to play in the first quarter. Napier passes to Layman. Trailblazers keep it alive. Davis. McGee with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Iguodala. .124 left in the first quarter of the game. Tries again. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Leonard. How his last 10 games have gone. 6th in free throw percentage. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands and he converts at a remarkable rate.
free throw, no good.
And the missed opportunities for them at the line here early on.
That's off as well, so he misses both. And it's Golden State's ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Young. Offensive rebound. Good. Iguodala's got his second bucket of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
55 seconds left in the first. Davis sets a screen. Here's Connaughton, defended by Young. Shot clock at 6. Shot from 16. The shot, no good. Warriors leading by 6. Iguodala dishes to Livingston. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. For Sean Livingston, a lot of his scores come from him hitting a jumper on a smaller guard. His post-up game and turnaround shot are one of the hardest things to stop in the league.
And so many people say, well, he has an advantage because of his size and height. But first of all, you got to have the ability and the skills to handle the basketball as a point guard. And so what, you're down there with smaller guys. You have to have skill set to make those turnaround jumpers. And also the mid-range game, that's an art. Sean Livingston has mastered it.
He misses the free throw.
Sean Livingston has really turned his career around, becoming one of those guards that you want to have on your team. He's a luxury because he can handle it and he can post up.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Napier kicks to Davis. Pass to Napier. Back to Davis. Pass to Napier. Got a piece of it. And there's the foul. Will go on Shabazz Napier. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Warriors have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. And he's good on the second. There's 10 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Inside, here's Davis. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot, taking advantage of the mismatch.
That's his shot. And with his size, even the defense up on him, they're still not going to be able to block it.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Warriors lead by 6. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And certainly one of the game's bigger personalities, Draymond Green, had this to say about his approach to leadership.
Most importantly, it's just about how the guys respond to me. And, you know, just really bringing that energy and that attitude and that fire each and every night, every day, whether it's in practice, whether it's, you know, in the game, whatever it is, just always bringing that energy and that passion.
A heart and soul guy. Draymond Green has the kind of spirit, guys, that everyone else can just kind of feed off of.
Yeah, his talents and contributions now being appreciated. He's forced his way into the discussion of top 10 players in our league.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
Well, they've dictated tempo with their defense and been able to force some turnovers.
They've been super aggressive on that end, and they've been rewarded for it so far. Let's see if they'll be able to maintain this for the rest of the game.
The incredible shooting pair of Curry and Thompson in the backcourt. A lot of defense at the forward spot with Iguodala and Green. And it's McGee in at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. Pachulia, he's checked in for Golden State. Warriors on D, 6-point game. Here's Napier, guarded by Curry. Connaughton passes to Aminu. Shot clock at 5. Makes it off the glass. Aminu's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for Portland.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we know our old friend Steve Kerr was new to coaching when he took the reins of the Warriors that he'd mentored under the greats. He said that Phil Jackson and Greg Popovich both had an almost scary amount of presence. As for Steve, he said, "I'm very laid back. I believe in the calm presence of a coach more so than the ranting and raving and screaming and yelling." I guess that's what he says to the referees anyway, guys.
Cool under pressure, but D.A., he's as competitive as they come. Thank you. Curry gets the bucket.
You got to reward him. He's getting out in transition and running. Get the ball to Stephen Curry.
Trailblazers trail by 6. Leonard with the screen on Thompson. The pass to Layman. To the inside. Here's Leonard. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Leonard's got 5 points so far.
It sometimes takes more than one defender to help alter the shot when he's that close inside.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Napier. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. No good on that one. Great D that time from Green. The steal. Iguodala with the steal. Bucket is good. And now a 9-point Warrior lead.
Even with the D in Iggy's grill, he still knocks down those looks. He's been in this league for a while, and he is comfortable rising up and burying contested shots.
A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Warriors have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Curry dishes to Thompson. Fires, high post, and another basket for Golden State.
Thompson looking totally comfortable. Such a beautiful release.
Trailblazers trail by 9. Connaughton kicks to Aminu. Out left to the wing. And it's Connaughton missing. Warriors have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Iguodala kicks to Thompson. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart.
Well, that is what it looks like when you are in the zone. He's been very efficient with his scoring and is leading the way for his team on offense. With every make, you can see the confidence growing. And I don't think he'll slow down anytime soon.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Connaughton passes to Layman. Inside, it's tipped. Stolen by Thompson. Knocked away. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Kevin Durant's checked in for Golden State. Maurice Harkless is checked in for the Trailblazers. Here's Napier. Drills the three-pointer. Warriors leading by 6. Outside Curry. Fires from deep. No good on that one. And it's Portland the other way. Last time they met was in Portland this season.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
And Thompson kicks to Iguodala. A 3-ball. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
And with the break in the action, let's look at the stats for Stephen Curry. 2nd in free throw percentage, 7th in assists, and he's a flamethrower from distance. Top 10 in the league in three-point shooting.
Trailblazers trail by 6. Napier passes to Connaughton. In the corner, Napier with it. Shot from the wing. And that one hits back iron. Golden State's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Thompson from long range, and it's Thompson again missing.
Surprising. He usually puts the dagger in your heart. That wide open from 3.
Napier kicks to Connaughton, puts it up from 12. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Napier's got his 3rd assist on the night. Down low, here's Green. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
Awesome look from Stephen Curry. Outstanding at distributing the basketball.
Trailblazers have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. Here's the screen. Harkless with it. Now Green defending. Iguodala against Aminu. Good defense by Iguodala.
Even though he couldn't quite convert the layup, I like him being in attack mode.
That one goes in. And now it's an 8-point Warrior lead.
They caught the D in a rough spot and took advantage of them there.
Harkless dishes to Napier. Back to Harkless. Iguodala with the steal. Now the Warriors moving it up. And there's Green on the assist by Durant. Durant's got 3 assists in the game. Now a timeout called by Portland. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Well, for every NBA player, there seems to be a moment, Smitty, when they realize that they had a special talent, that the game came easy to them. Did you have that kind of moment where you said, you know what, I'm pretty good at this game?
You know what helped me, Kevin? Drafted by the Miami Heat. And sometimes where you're drafted and the people around you. I played with Glenn Rice from the state of Michigan, played at Michigan. Then I also play with Willie Burton. He's from my neighborhood.
Sure is.
So getting a chance to have guys familiar, some similar backgrounds, Grant Long as well, it made life a little bit easier. I think when I knew I was special, when the first time I heard my name in the starting lineup.
I bet. And Miami is not too bad a city to begin your
not
career
at all.
in.
Yeah, Michigan was pretty cold. I was down there in Miami.
A chance here to get a quick injury report. Let's check in with David Aldridge for an injury update on Zaza Pachulia. David?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Warriors gave us some information. He told me that he suffered a strain in his hamstring. They're using ice to help keep the swelling down. Of course, the schedule is getting extremely demanding at this time of the season, and that injury is only going to make things worse. Kevin?
David, thanks for the great update. We appreciate it, and we really hope for the best as always.
And he's a tough guy. My guess is he'll be back before we know it and better than ever.
And I'm sure his teammates want to see him come back very, very soon.
West is checked in for Golden State. Livingston comes in for Thompson.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Livingston passes to Iguodala. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Livingston's got 3 assists now in this one. Here is Lillard. He's got 7. Outside Turner. Turner can't get that one to fall.
Yeah, the offense seems completely in disarray.
They're not on the same page. They look totally lost out there.
Durant, that's good. Trailblazers trail by 16. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Lillard against Curry. Shot to end this cold run, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And you can tell he's hungry because that's how you eat away at a lead right there. Make some highlight reel plays and shake that defense up.
Well, Greg, you're right. Not all 2 points are the same. Not when they come on a stuff like that one.
Sometimes you want to send a message, and a message was sent. What a dunk.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
And the Warriors with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Iguodala. And Nick Young is subbed in for Steph Curry. Young with the ball. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Shot from the top of the key. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Young's got 6.
I have no clue how he got that shot to fall, but I'm sure he'll take it.
And Lillard kicks to Turner from 10 feet out. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Durant against Aminu. Fires it up. This one for 3. And Nick Young good for 3. Young's got 5 points in the quarter.
You see he's feeling it now. Shot looks much more in sync this quarter.
Lillard outside. He dishes it to Harkless. The shot, no good. So Golden State will take it the other way. Young left side. And a missed layup. Trailblazers trail by 14. And Lillard kicks to Aminu. West with some nice D.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Durant, no good.
His shot's been inconsistent tonight, but teammates are picking up the slack, keeping them ahead in the score.
Here's Turner, and Turner throws it down.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Warriors leading by 12. Kicks to Young. It's good for his 4th bucket of the night. He's shooting 4 of 8.
He is just getting hotter as the game goes along, building on a strong start. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second quarter. And coach most likely wants to address their turnover issues. The offense looks forced right now, rush. There's no synergy to it. They have to find a way to work together and remain aggressive without making mistakes.
Ed Davis is checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And let's take this chance now to break out the list of the league's leading teams in the steals department. Second, the Warriors.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
Trailblazers trail by 14. Takes a 3. The shot by Turner, no good.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Mo Harkless. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Here's Durant, and then Durant with the jam.
And you remember there were questions about KD's athleticism going into the 2007 draft. None now. He can throw it down with the best of them.
Livingston kicks to Durant. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And one thing we've seen from Kevin Durant so far in his career is that he shows up big when games mean the most. His team might not always win when the lights are the brightest, but he is still at his very best.
You are so right. Whenever he is on the national stage, it seems that is when he drops 40 and 10. And he's been playing in huge games his entire life and knows how to amp himself up. And while some stars can wilt or vanish in big games, Durant just seems to flourish.
And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Warriors leading by 19. Livingston kicks it to West. On its way from Young for 2 and misses it off the right side of the rim. Portland's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. To the inside and finished off by Davis.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Now here's Livingston. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. On its way from Young for 2 Again, Young missing.
He had all the room he needed to get the shot off, just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Lillard outside. Dishes to Turner. Passes it to Nurkic. Charity stripe shot. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Nurkic has got 11 points.
Once he realized who was on him, he confidently went straight up and sunk that easy look.
Livingston kicks to Durant. McGee is screen. Shoots the three. They get it back.
Excellent box out there, keeping himself between the man and the basket.
Now Lillard. He's got 9. Goes up at the stripe. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. He's got 11.
Not an easy finish right there, but a beautiful move to give himself just enough space to get in close and knock it down.
And so that's the end of the first half. Warriors ahead. They lead by 13. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with head coach Terry Stotts. Terry, what was the biggest reason for the early turnovers?
Well, they're a good defensive team. They have good hands. I think we forced a couple passes trying to get in and deep.
Terry, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you've enjoyed our first half of action. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you back. Shaquille O'Neal is right there. Kenny the Jet Smith is right there. And this here is the halftime report. So it's Golden State who's out on top at the half. They have a 13-point lead. Your opinion, Shaq?
Well, what's really shifted the game in their favor has been their rebounding. They got a good edge on the boards, and that's a product of their hard work. All 5 guys have been battling, putting everything they have to fight on the glass. That needs to remain the focus for 2 more quarters if they want to hang on to their lead.
And Kenny, what did you see from Portland?
I think they're giving this game away because of their turnovers. I mean, you may not control everything that happens out there, but you do control how much you value each possession. I think coming out of the break, they need to be more efficient to close the gap in the score.
And that'll do it, as the second half is just about ready to begin. Back to Kevin Harlan. We will see you after the game. Hey, watch yourself.
I'm celebrating. We're the best.
As we return to Oracle Arena, we get a glimpse of the commuters on BART, the public transportation system here in the Bay Area. Bay Area Rapid Transit. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. One of the great stories here, Nick Young getting it done today.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
Yeah, the change has to be double teaming him. Single coverage will not get it done.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Layman is out there with Aminu. Then it's Turner. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Lillard in at the point. Looking for Aminu. He gets it there. The shot misses. Great D that time from Green.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Trailblazers trail by 13. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
With the departure of LaMarcus Aldridge to San Antonio, there's no question who Portland's franchise player is now. It's Damian Lillard, who said, "I am." People say he's not a franchise player, but I didn't make that decision. The franchise did. It's more than being the best player, especially with a young team. You're the example, and the standard is here. Kevin, he doesn't shy away from that responsibility.
No, he's built for it, D.A. Thanks, Lillard. Another shot. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
Second chance points can kill you. You must concentrate on the defensive glass.
That one misses for Aminu. It's tipped. It's stolen by Aminu. It's stolen by Green. The numbers in their favor. Here's Curry. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Curry's stroke is so effortless, especially from the free throw line.
We all know that Curry broke the three-point record last year, putting up an incredible 402 made threes on the season. The fact that no one had reached 300 before, then he goes and gets 400 is just astonishing.
And that is what is the most impressive thing about the record. He broke his own record by over 100. It would be like a player hitting 90 home runs in a year. Little doubt that he's the best shooter of all time.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Pachulia sets a screen for Curry. And again, no good by Golden State.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime. And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Not only does that dunk help in cutting into this lead, but it gives this team a real confidence boost, too.
And Thompson kicks to Durant. And Lehman pulls it down.
Not a good pick there. If I'm shooting the ball and I'm looking at him, I'm asking, where is the effort? We've got to do a better job of screening.
Back to Lillard. To the paint. Deflects the pass. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. No good there.
Okay, that lay-in. He's tricky, but the defense was just too tight on him.
The dish to Lillard. To the paint. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Curry leading the charge.
And he finally gets involved from beyond the arc. His first 3 of the game comes here in the second quarter.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And one thing I don't think Kevin Durant gets enough credit for is his mental toughness.
Good point.
He is rarely shaken or thrown off his game if things aren't going his way, and always remains focused on winning and doesn't let too much throw him off course.
And with Durant and his ability to stay focused on the court, Greg, you're just talking about this. A big example of that was last year when all the free agency speculation was floating around.
Yeah, and that can wear on a player when all the media is talking about your future. Durant has done a great job of blocking out the media the last few seasons and just focusing on winning. I mean, his focus on the court is a big part of why he is so consistent game to game.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Napier's checked in. Pass to Lehman. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Turner dishes to Nurkic. Clock at 6. He tries for 3. And it's Napier missing. Warriors leading by 11. Here's Green. Down low. Outside for Curry. It's a very good look and converts. Curry's got 6 here in this quarter.
Stephen Curry's catch-and-shoot jump shot is one of the quickest in the league.
Here's Napier, guarded by Curry. Turner passes to Lehman. Fires from the line. Portland no good that time either.
The defense knows he loves that in-between area and closed out fast.
Here's Green. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
When he's that close inside and the defender is giving up that much height, it's over. Well, Draymond Green is the heartbeat of the Golden State Warriors. up and down in the playoffs. He's definitely one of those guys. His shooting performance was not great, but he does so many other things for the Golden State Warriors.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Kevin Durant. The free throw drops for Green. And with Draymond in the playoffs, he did experience all the highs and the lows. The Warriors as a team followed suit in how he played.
Well, Draymond's one of those guys, when you start to look at his numbers, yes, up and down. But when you talk about a guy that competes and does all the little things, he did it. Win or lose, love him or hate him, you have to respect Draymond for leaving it all out on the floor.
And Thompson kicks to Green. Golden State moving the ball around. Curry dishes to Pachulia. They get the rebound. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Turner passes to Nate. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. They get Stephen Curry.
You know, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
First one falls for him. Well, the NBA now playing games in London every season. Games selling out in record time. Word is, Steve, the league would eventually like to launch a 4-team division in Europe. You think that could work?
You know, I don't think so. I think when you look at it, that's be so hard for teams traveling back and forth, and especially those teams in Europe. They'll be traveling over here to the States a lot. I can see an all-star game in Europe, maybe in London.
Too, yes.
I think an all-star game first.
And both free throws good for Napier. And it's the Warriors' ball. A big stretch here going 10-2. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. They set the pick. Iguodala outside. He feeds it to Thompson. The 11-footer. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Napier kicks to Nurkic. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Napier's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Warriors leading by 14. Feeds to Green. He kicks it to Curry. Cans the 12-footer. Curry's got 8 here in the quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Napier. 5 points in the game. Turner dishes to Nurkic. Here's Aminu, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
He really looks composed shooting the ball this half. Much more consistent, hitting a much higher percentage.
And the Warriors making a change here. Livingston's checked in. Portland also making some changes. Myers-Leonard, he's checked in for Nurkic. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Evan Turner. And here are the Warriors now. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Livingston kicks to Thompson. Plenty of space. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Thompson's got 12 in the game.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success. You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
You know what? You constantly have to be making adjustments in this league if you want to stay on your game.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Davis is checked in. We take a second here to take a look at the shot chart.
And this is a grown man shot chart right here. Not too much going on outside, but look at how things are for them in the paint. They are attacking the rim and not settling for the jump shot. And right now it's paying off in bunches. If I'm them, then I'd continue to do the same thing going forward until an adjustment is made.
Here's Connaughton. Davis sets a screen. Pass to Layman. The feed to Napier. Lets it go from 11 and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Napier's got 4 points this quarter. Warriors leading by 13. To the middle. Here's Green. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Draymond Green, the triple-double machine, was second in 2016 for the most in the entire NBA. He can rebound the basketball, he can score, and he loves to pass to the Splash Brothers.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game, and the first one drops. And Steve, Green certainly is one of the perfect candidates to put up a triple-double every night. Might go out of his way to get it done at times.
Yeah, he did admit. Last year there was times where he was chasing a triple-double. He said, no more of that, I'm just going to play basketball. And you know what? He started to get more triple-doubles.
And the Warriors making a change here. Young's checked in.
Draymond needs to work on his stroke from the stripe. Still looking to become consistent from the line.
And there's the call on Pachulia. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. JaVale McGee's checked in for Pachulia. To the middle, stolen by McGee. And it's Young, that time on the assist by McGee. Young's got 13 points.
And with that speed, once he took off, the D just had no chance of getting back.
Why waste all that energy? No one was going to catch him.
Davis inside, guarded by McGee. Now the Warriors moving it up. Green, the pass to Young. And no good. Great D that time from Leonard. Inside, here's Davis. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And a chance to check out the numbers for Andre Iguodala. Averaging 5 points per game. And right now, he's just a role player, but he's working hard and contributing in spurts.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Davis.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
David West, he's checked in for the Warriors. No good on the second free throw. Warriors leading by 15. Young outside. And the pass to West. Iguodala dishes to McGee. Some nice passing by Golden State here. And the shot is good.
You know they like to get a lot of shot opportunities from in that close.
Trailblazers have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Here's Connaughton, defended by Young. Shoots from 12. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Livingston up top. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Beautiful play by Sean Livingston. Been able to probe, get inside on the defense, and finish with a slam.
Trailblazers trail by 19, and it's time for an injury report. Now let's check in with David Aldridge to see how Steph Curry's doing. David?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Warriors gave us some information. He said he turned his ankle, and it is definitely starting to swell up. We're well into this season, and that is the last thing this team needed. And that's going to make things much harder for them down the road. Kevin?
Okay, Dave, thanks. Sounds like he won't be out for too long. And he knocks down the first one. Maurice Harkless is checked in for Portland. He makes one of two that time. Warriors leading by 18. On its way from Young for two. No good off the front iron.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Beautiful pass that helped set up his teammate perfectly.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Now here's Livingston. Defense right on him. And the rejection by Leonard. Here's the three. Warriors with the rebound. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Livingston kicks to Young. Again, Young missing.
And that's rough. He did have 3 in the first half, but hasn't had one since.
And it's Davis finishing it off.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Here's Leonard. The Warriors pull it in. West has got 4 rebounds in this game. From deep, Iguodala cans it from downtown. Iguodala's got 13.
Such a sweet stroke from Andre on the 3 ball. Always a danger to light it up from there.
Connaughton passes to Leonard. Davis sets a screen. Here's Napier. 7 points in the game. Shot clock at 5. The putback. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. Warriors leading by 17. Harkless with the steal. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Livingston kicks to Iguodala. Back to Livingston. He dishes it to West. Screen by Young. And here's Iguodala outside. And the Warriors get it back.
And the offensive rebounding, really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the boards. And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Here's Napier. The three-pointer, no good. Golden State's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Young outside. Kicks to McGee. Davis with some nice D.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
That will be in his head the next time he comes down the lane. He'll have thoughts about that one.
Napier kicks to Davis. McGee with the block. Out of bounds. Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. Durant's checked in for the Warriors. And a switch here also for Portland. Lillard's checked in. .27 seconds left in the third. Connaughton passes to Lillard. Excellent use of the screen that time. Lillard's got 13.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
And here's Livingston. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Pick by West. 2 on the clock. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Good defense, better offense. Durant more than capable of burying shots with a hand in his face.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Warriors lead by 19. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Right now is when we go good shot, great shot, right? Right now is when we talk on every screen down here and switch and ice and all the stuff we do on point.
And that's Steve Kerr. This is what his teams do. They take away a lot of easy shots, easy baskets.
Yeah, you heard him. Ice the screens, communicate. Give me everything you've got defensively.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. It's the Splash Brothers in the backcourt. Pachulia's out there with Draymond Green, and it's Durant in at the small forward. That's the Warriors' 5. Davis sets a screen. Back to Turner. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one on Thompson.
2.
Throw good, Evan Turner. And both free throws good for Evan Turner. Warriors leading by 17. Here's Thompson, and Davis sends it back. Harkless with it. Over in the corner, Lillard. The tray. No good on the shot. And there's the foul. It'll go on Ed Davis. That'll be his second foul of the game. And for the Warriors, they're shooting 43% from the field. And stolen by Lillard.
Yeah, I guess when you're up this big, you can afford to get a little sloppy.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Free throw good. Damian Lillard. Nurkic checked in for Davis. No free throws good from Lillard. And so it's Golden State with it. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Curry kicks to Green. Golden State moving it around. For 3, Durant, and he's good on the 3-ball. And the Warriors lead by 18.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Lillard dishes to Turner. Screen by Nurkic. 4 on the clock. Here's Lillard. And too long on the shot.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Beautiful pick. Ugly shot. He started off solid. Had 2 threes at halftime, but blank from deep since.
A free throw good from Lillard. No free throws good from Lillard. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Shots good by Durant.
Thompson always keeping his eyes up, looking for his teammates at all times.
Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
You have got to be kidding me. I mean, that's a point guard playing like a power forward.
And he can do a little bit of everything out there.
He is not scared of anybody. He knows he can play amongst the big boys, and he showed it.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
He is still on fire. You had to figure he'd come back to earth a little bit tonight, but nope.
Pachulia against Nurkic. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Off the screen. Offensive rebound. Aminu. It's stolen by Green. Curry against Lillard. Durant with a wide open look. And the three off target.
Surprising. He usually puts the dagger in your heart. That wide open from three.
Here's Lillard. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. Free throw good. Damian Lillard. Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Curry. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Aminu against Durant. Thompson outside. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. And it goes on Draymond Green. And as usual, he's the one directing traffic out there, guys.
And guys, he always has such a firm grasp of exactly what the game plan is. He's always talking, making sure that all five guys are on the same page.
No good on the free throw. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. On its way from Curry for two. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
Boy, he has a gift. KD can score on anybody.
Trailblazers trail by 19. Nurkic a screen on Curry. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
He turned on the Jets. As soon as he got that screen, it went right to the hole. Great decision making there.
To the wing on the left. Here's Pachulia. That one misses. Now Portland takes it the other way. From the wing. It's rebounded by Golden State. Green, the pass to Thompson. Curry, wide open, and the three ball is good. Curry's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
They set the pick. Lillard attacking, and Lillard throws it down.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
That was just a textbook pick that allowed him room, and he took advantage of it.
That's his second personal foul, second team foul. And stolen by Lillard.
Wow, take care of the basketball. Something he did a great job of in the first half, but not so much here in the second.
Trailblazers trail by 18. Dishes it to Nurkic. Passes to Harkless. Green with the block.
Green really puts forth a ton of effort on the defensive side. Always a shot blocking threat.
The first one falls. And so he makes both from the line. Here's Curry. The dish to Pachulia. Here's Durant, and then Durant with the dunk.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Lillard against Curry. A baseline J, and Lillard gets it to go. Lillard's got 12 now in this quarter.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Green, the screen, down low. Here's Thompson, and the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 13 with that last one.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Warriors leading by 16. Curry dishes to Thompson. Down low, here's Pachulia. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
He saw his teammate had good position inside and hit him with a flawless pass.
Here's Lillard.
Ooh. That's how you attack. Wow.
Agree.
I tell you what, you've got to build a wall around the bucket to keep this man from attacking.
And Greg, even then, he might just go over it. Check out the elevation he gets here. My goodness. And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Over in the corner, Pachulia. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And the free throw, no good, but they'll get the ball back here.
Kevin Durant, a 4-time scoring champ. That award based on points per game average. If you go by total points in a season, he's led the league on 5 separate occasions.
Here's Curry with the 3. The rebound by Turner.
Just not feeling it from beyond the arc. Sometimes that happens. He's trying to shoot his way out of it.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. And that one, good. Nurkic has got 6 points in the quarter. Warriors leading by 14. Curry kicks to Pachulia. Green with a screen for Durant. Picked by Pachulia. Thompson for 3. Nailed from three-point land.
Man, this fourth quarter has been tremendous. They have been exceptional from deep.
It has taken them a while to find their range, but in the most important quarter, the fourth, they found it.
Lillard dishes to Harkless. Fires top of the key. And it's Lillard missing.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Durant kicks to Curry. From outside the arc. Another miss by Curry. Trailblazers trail by 17. Lets it go. Off the left rim and out.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
On that play, you gotta trust your teammates. Instead of forcing that one, just pass it.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Turner passes to Nurkic. Thompson against Turner. It's tipped. The 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Aminu's got 6 rebounds in the game. Nurkic dishes to Aminu. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, easy call.
That free throw good from Aminu. And he can't hit the second.
I love how hard he's playing, really since the break. All the defense can do at this point is foul him. He clearly wants to try and close this game out strong, but your deep range isn't there. You just can't keep forcing it.
And Turner throws it down.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Curry kicks to Thompson, and that one is good. Thompson's got 19 points.
Thompson, a master at positioning himself well down inside and schooling the defense.
Aminu, the pass to Turner. He feeds it to Lillard. Screen by Nurkic. 6 to shoot. Lillard attacking, so he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Free throw good. Damian Lillard. And both free throws good for Damian Lillard. Warriors leading by 16. Here's Curry. Count the basket. Curry's got 15 points in just the second half.
He is becoming dangerous from anywhere on the court.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Steph Curry was unanimous MVP from last season. There was no doubt he would be the MVP the way he played. He earned every first-place vote for the award and swept the voting.
And what's surprising with Curry, Steve, is that there had never been a unanimous MVP before. He was the first.
Got to give him credit. We probably had some guys that should have been unanimous, like Michael Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal, but give him all the credit. He didn't vote for himself. He had a fantastic year. He did it. He done it. It's over.
Aminu with the bucket.
He has a nose for the glass and a sixth sense in terms of how to read the angles.
Warriors shooting fairly well in the fourth, around 48%. Curry against Lillard. Curry kicks to Pachulia. Back to Curry. Picked by Pachulia. Again, Curry missing. Trailblazers trail by 16. Here's Turner, and he uses the glass on the layup. Turner's got 6 here in this quarter.
You know they like to get a lot of shot opportunities from in that close.
Outside Curry to the middle, looking for Pachulia. He gets it there. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. And stolen by Lillard. Got a piece of it, and that one goes out of bounds. As touched by Lillard. A minute 50 left in the fourth. Warriors leading by 14. Thompson dishes to Curry, and Thompson kicks to Green. Golden State moving it around. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Green. Curry's got 18 points now here in the second half.
Really just continuing to increase the lead. This one should be easy for the rest of the way.
I can't see this one slipping away from them at this stage. They've just been too good today.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Warriors.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight. A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Durant.
He was a maestro with the ball in his hands tonight, fellas. Such a nice job he did creating easy buckets for his teammates with his passing and anticipation. He had a perfect feel for the offense.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
That will be in his head. The next time he comes down the lane, he'll have thoughts about that one.
And that one drops for him.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
They did. Fantastic run here to really put this game to bed.
Here's Turner. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake.
My goodness, how about the degree of difficulty on that shot?
Curry outside. The shot, no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Turner passes to Connaughton. But they recover it. Here's Napier. And it's off the back rim, no good. Now here's Curry. It's Durant on the wing. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And the Warriors lead by 19.
And that's just a little more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate a W.
They're already celebrating. People are walking to the door, smiles. This one is over.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Andre. A lot of great offensive players on this team. How does it all come together to have a night like tonight?
Well, we know our defense is our catalyst to everything for our team. So as long as we play defense, get stops, rebounding was most important tonight. You know, they're one of the best rebounding teams in the league. We were able to do that and get out on a break.
And you made the most of it when you had those opportunities, Andre. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, seen here. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant. What an irrefutable force he was in the fourth quarter. The other side did everything it could to try and slow him down, but obviously to no avail.
There aren't many players I enjoy watching more than Kevin Durant, as long as I'm not on the other team, because I would have to knock him on his back. Anyway, he's as versatile and complete as you could ask a player to be, truly an all-time great. Just got to sit back and appreciate KD on a night like this.
His ability to penetrate and convert amongst the trees, phenomenal. It set the tone right away. And his attitude tonight was, I'm going to keep coming no matter what happens.
And that is a wrap, everybody. Thanks for joining us this evening. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. See you again soon.